Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be carrying on with Rosewater. We are in this poor chap's house, the sea captain, whose name I've momentarily forgotten. But anyway, he's in some kind of fugue state, brought on by reliving some kind of past trauma, some terrible event from his life, probably involving his 5 crewmates here. And the idea that we've come up with is to dress ourselves up like his old crew and see if we can enact some kind of roleplay situation to break him out of that. So we're going to go around the room and we're going to go and try and start that process.
That's Captain Boylan on the left. The 5 other men must be his crew, but I have no idea who any of them are.
Okay, well I think I know where that hat is, because I saw that on the laundry pile downstairs. The harpoon's hanging up, I know that. What's he got there? Is it like a little... Well, okay, it's got a book of diseases there. So I imagine that we've got the telescope I think we can find, and as for this chap, I'm not sure. But let's see what else we've got up here.
Boylan set up a sort of shrine from the look of it. Storm seems to be passing. There's got to be something we can do for him.
All right. Well, I kind of know where to get some of this stuff. So why don't we start gathering bits and bobs? Was there an ink? Let's take the inkwell. We're going to go through all the stuff that she was like, "Oh, I don't want to go in there because it's snooping." But I'm going to just go through. The captain
won't miss this for now.
I'm just going to take all that stuff, look through all those drawers.
There's an old book in here, a journal. Better take it.
Yeah, take that. Is that something we should read?
There's not much in here. Here's an interest.
Fisher landed another whale today on his first shot. I asked him how he
Fisher,
managed
harpooner.
it. Turns out he's been tying his wife's kerchief to the harpoon handle. Swears it brings luck and improves his aim. Ah, to be young and in love.
Okay, so that's a clue about Fisher, harpooner. Yeah, I think that anything that she wouldn't go through before
Not
will
much inside.
Go through
now. There is
now.
a folded up piece of paper. Seems to be a recipe for sea biscuits. There's a note. Your favorites. Told you they were simple to make. Perhaps someday you can whip some up for me. It's initialed GOM.
We've got a cook with those initials, I expect. I'm going to look at stuff just in case the eye is something that's offering more interactable options now. We have looked at everything to examine it already. Okay, well there's the harpoon. Have that.
Can't reach it from down here.
Okay. Can we use the poker maybe?
I could reach it with the poker and knock it down, but it's liable to impale me.
Oh, come on,
Better
Harley.
find a safer way.
You'll be fine. Fine. I did look up the game's IMDb page, actually, and I'd said in a previous one that her voice, Harley, sounds really like the lady who voiced Maggie in The Dig, way back in the late 90s. It's not her, in fact, but she sounds very much like her. But interestingly, there was another voice. It's Gentleman Jake. It's kind of been on the edge of my memory that his voice was really familiar to me, but I couldn't quite pinpoint it. And it turns out he actually voices Kenny from the Walking Dead Telltale games. And I've played those through several times. And Kenny's always kind of the guy I kind of side with. So I spend a lot of the games alongside Kenny. So he's a voice I've heard quite a lot. So that was kind of cool. So we've got to look for a diseases book, I'm assuming. So let's try and find that.
I wouldn't even know where to begin. These shelves are full of
Okay, these are all his logbooks. That's probably not relevant. We've got to come... okay. What if I try a different shelf?
I wouldn't even...
Oh.
I wouldn't even...
Okay, maybe we need to pin down his actual ship. There was one upstairs, wasn't there? She said it was a model that had a model of him on it. So maybe we should go and check out the name of the ship, or maybe there's something else that might be significant.
The plaque says the Corona. Oh, that's interesting. There's a little model sail, and that other one there looks like one of the men in the attic sketch.
Here we go.
I need to figure out exactly who it is.
Well, why don't you describe them to me, and I might be able to help.
Spare linens and an old sketch.
Right, let's have a look at the sketch.
A sketch of a ship, the Derwent. There's a note. Captain Boylan, looking forward to our first voyage together. Signed A. Cranach. Cranach? That's the same name on the sketch in the attic.
Okay.
So the Derwent must be the ship I'm looking for.
That'll probably help us in the library. Let's keep going up here for now. I don't want to keep running up and down stairs. So there was this little side table she wouldn't look in.
There's an empty bottle and a note in here. I'll take the note. Captain Boylan, I recommend taking 1 nitroglycerin tablet per day and avoiding overexcitement. Dr. Francois.
Okay, got a doctor's name. That's good. There was, I think the hat's in this room, and there's also cupboard and stuff she wouldn't go in before. Let's have a look in the cupboard first. There's the telescope too, so we'll hopefully take that.
Looks like a navigational chart. I'll take it with me.
Let's have a look at that maybe.
There's a path drawn around an island that says Detour. The name of the island's been crossed out.
Okay. Let's take the telescope. Let's get the hat.
I'll take this hat.
There's also the bathroom, but she didn't really look in there before, but might be worth a little check now. There's also this stuff. I don't know if these will... I mean, I'm assuming these will be significant, right? Yeah, okay, so... Alright, well, let's take all of these.
I'll put back the one I'm carrying first.
Oh. Okay. Which one do I want, then? God, I don't know what this puzzle's going to be. Okay, let's just leave that for now. It's obviously a puzzle, but I'm not quite sure.
This is the one.
Alright, fine. Doesn't want to go in there. I don't know what the puzzle is all about yet. But there was another one down the library that we're going to go to now anyway, so... it's on this shelf, isn't it? So, has she got the information she needs to look for this ship?
Ah, here we are. The logbook for the Derwent.
There we go. Cool. Alright, what does this say?
The Derwent sailed out of El Presidio in 1830. Listed crew is Captain Philip Boylan, First Mate Michael Benelli, Navigator Karanga Payo, Harpooner Jalal Fisher, Dr. Jonas Francois, Cook George O'Malley, and Alfred Cranach, profession unlisted. It's been carved with a whale design.
Well, we know he was a whaler, so that might be significant.
Such an intricate design.
Alright, that's not related then. Okay.
Some kind of navigation. I'm no expert. A Gentleman Jake.
So we're still looking for a way to get the harpoon down. Looking for a safe way to do it. What could be a safe way of doing it? Could ask someone to give us a boost up, potentially, I suppose. I think we go back up to the room now and see what we've discovered. Is any real use? Let's maybe look at the logbook and the picture together.
I hope we're able to help the captain.
Let me know when you found something that might...
What about the book?
I found the ship's log for the crew in the sketch.
Nicely done. Let's have a look. Alright, so we've got a first mate, navigator, harpooner, doctor, cook, and artist.
We can probably leave that last one out.
Okay, so Danny can be the cook, Nadine the doctor, Phil the harpooner, you can be the navigator, and I'll be the first mate.
Oh, don't you think I ought to be the first mate?
Does it really matter?
Reckon not. Right, now all we need are some props.
Props?
Sure, for authenticity. Have another look at the sketch. Each of the crewmen is either wearing or holding something unique.
Jake's right. If we each have the appropriate item, it will increase our chances of convincing the captain that we are his former crew. I'd also suggest trying to learn at least one personal detail about each one, just in case.
Okay, I'll have a look around.
Bring me any items you find.
And let me know when you're ready to begin the performance.
This is a lot to keep track of. I'd better make a list.
Okay, good. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so she's doing stuff as we go. So, harpooner Jalal ties wife's kerchief to harpoon for luck. Jonas Francois prescribed medication for Boylan's heart. Georgia O'Malley, Boylan's favourite meal is sea biscuits. So the navigate... Okay, so I forget who of us is going to be who. We're the first mate. The navigator, I guess, was that Jake.
A spyglass for Navigator Pio.
Great.
Danny was the cook. Nadine was... guess the doctor? Is the first mate hat us?
A bit tight, but not the worst look.
Huh. Let's look at this again. So, the harpooner's got
That's
the harpoon.
Captain Boylan on the left. According to the ship's log, these other men are harpooner Jalal Fisher, cook George O'Malley, Dr. Jonas Francois, first mate Michael Benelli, and navigator Karenga Pio.
He's the cook. I don't know what the cook's... What's the cook's unique thing? Just this towel on his head? Or kerchief thing, maybe. I think we need that book of diseases. I mean, I don't know what that... Oh, that's the whale stone for the doctor. Ah, okay. In that case, I picked the right one up. Largely by chance, but... I thought it was like a fish head or
Found
something.
something we need?
Here's a carved whale tooth for Dr. Francois.
This one's you, Miss Redbird.
Okay, so she's got that. Maybe we have to give this to Jake,
Here,
then he'll...
this is the hat first mate Benelli wore.
Perfect. I'll hang on to it.
I thought I needed that hat. Okay, whatever.
The bottle's nearly full.
First mate's hat, spyglass. The harpooner needs a harpoon. Scrimshaw. I don't even looking at it, I don't know what the cook's got. Is this anything for him?
Interesting. Suppose learning the name of that island would be useful.
Captain Boylan. A sketch of a ship. Captain Boylan, looking for... There's not much in here. Here's an
Fisher landed in a turn.
Okay, that's the same one. I wondered if there might be more.
There's a path drawn around an island that says deep. The name of the island.
Okay, well, we've obviously not done looking, because there's people we haven't,
I must admit,
given
this is
stuff
all
to.
very odd. Though I do pity the captain.
Yeah, I thought maybe one of them could help me reach the harpoon, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Let's go back down.
The storm is... Looks like a sea bunk. The captain still has some old...
Is this... That looks like it could be the cook's hat, but it's not something she's gonna interact with.
For an old sea captain. It's empty. Well stocked, but
I'm guessing we need to compare... Oh, there's the cellar. I haven't been down here yet, have I? Bit of an overlook. Bit of an oversight, I should say.
this crate's been emptied.
So we can... there's another light here. Maybe we should light that.
There we are. Enough rum to last a lifetime. Or an evening. An old navigational chart. Looks awfully familiar.
Yeah, so let's...
These
do
two
that.
charts show the same land masses. The island crossed out on my chart is called Hastram Skerry.
Guessing that's a detail for the navigator. Changed course to go around Hastram Skerry. There. What else we got? Well, there's a stool there I can probably use to get the harpoon then.
A crate chock full of rum bottles. Probably full of more rum. This crate's... No rum in here.
Okay, well, let's take the stool. So that's for the harpoon. Okay, so what else are we missing? First mate info. Cook prop. I don't know what he... I still not sure what he's actually got. Unless it's like to do with the clothing he's wearing, but...
If I had to guess, I'd say this Captain Boylan sure is a seaside... The label says bar... Nautical adventures... Atlases... Classical... A bust of some... A letter from Cormac. Captain Boy...
Damn it.
A sketch of a Captain Boylan.
Oh, maybe that ship. Maybe we know what the figure looks like now? Let's have a look.
The plaque says... Oh, that's interesting. And that looks like First Mate Benelli. They must have been shipmates.
On the Karuna, right? So that must be in our notes now, hopefully. Yes. Okay, so the only thing we're missing now is a prop for the cook, which I don't even know what I'm looking for. There's a little hand towel here. I wonder...
Nice to be able...
That's the only thing I can kind of think that he was wearing. Had an apron. I haven't seen an apron anywhere. Another look at the laundry pile now. Another look in the kitchen, maybe. I'm pretty sure I interacted with everything here and I didn't notice an apron. I can't even like close the door and see if there's something on the back of it.
The captain still has...
Did he... Just wondering, because, like, the guy's name's O'Malley, isn't it? So he is Irish. But anyway, the harpooner Harpuna Matata.
Here's a harpoon for Mr. Fisher.
All right, this one's yours, Phil.
I do hope this works.
All done, except George O'Malley's prop, which I have no idea
That's
what to go
Captain
for.
Boylan on the left. According to the ship's log, these other men are Harpooner Jalal Fisher, Cook George O'Malley, Dr. Jonas Francois, First Mate Michael Benelli, and Navigator Karenga Payo.
Okay, well he's got an anchor tattoo. He has a moustache. He has a little neckerchief. He has a little towel hat thing and an apron. Nothing. Well, apart from, I mean, the thing that most stands out is the anchor. But oh, I got it.
Found something we need?
Gonna draw an anchor on him.
I
And a
found
moustache,
this
maybe.
inkwell and quill. Should work for drawing O'Malley's tattoo on Danny.
Right. I'll hold on to this thing until it's time.
I think we're
Nice
ready.
work, Harley. I think we got all the props we need.
Do I give him the note as well?
Thanks.
Okay.
Nice work, Harley.
So, what do we do?
Is everything ready to go? Keep in mind, we'll likely only get one chance at this.
I think so. I've found everything I can.
Excellent. Let's gather everything together and get started. I'll begin. Then we can each say who we are. Captain Boylan, hear the voices of your former crew.
Me crew?
Go ahead, Harley. You start.
First Mate Michael Benelli reporting for duty, Captain Boylan.
Michael, can it be?
Captain Boylan, it's Karenga Payo, your navigator.
Payo, you're alive?
Captain Boylan, it's me, George O'Malley. Supper is almost ready.
Ah, yes, I can smell it. Delicious.
Captain Boylan, I am Jalal Fisher, harpooner.
Of course, Fisher! I knew ye'd made it.
And I am Dr. Jonas Francois.
Doc! Oh, Doc, how I've needed ye. Me crew? Can it be?
Yes, Captain. We've come to speak with you.
But you're not some devils sent to trick me?
We are not, I assure you.
Prove it then, Benelli. If it's truly yourself, tell me the name of the ship we served on before the Derwent.
The Karuna.
How could I forget the Corona?
Aye, an unforgettable ship she was. Ah, Michael. I don't know how it be possible, but it's good you're back. Payo!
Aye, Captain.
Remind me of the course correction ye made this morning?
Astrum Skerry.
We're going around Hostrom Scary.
That's right. I remember now. Fine work, Payo. That'll surely save us some time. Fisher, have ye your harpoon at the ready?
Aye, sir.
And your aim will be true?
Wife's kerchief.
Yes, I have my wife's lucky kerchief tied to the handle.
Ah, good. Then our hunt is sure to succeed. O'Malley?
Sir?
I believe I know that delicious scent. But remind me what it is you're making.
Sea biscuits.
Why, your favorite, of course. Sea biscuits.
As I suspected, I can hardly wait for a taste.
Captain, I recommend you take it easy.
Why is that, Dr. Francois?
Weak heart.
I don't want you to put any stress on your heart. Have you been taking your nitroglycerin tablets?
I have. I think I have. I can't believe what I'm seeing and hearing, but y'all are really here. But how can this be? I saw ye all dragged under. I can't make sense of this.
Perhaps you still can. Tell us what you remember.
Aye, 20 years ago, the Derwent left El Presidio on the hunt for whales. We'd been out for months, with almost naught to show for it. A wretched haul, wretched pay. Benelli came to me, saying the crew was getting agitated, yearning for home. Forgive me, Benelli. I ought to have listened to you. After the third time you tried to speak sense, I tossed you in the brig for insubordination. One more, I said. We'll not turn for home before we bring in one more whale. Hio and Fisher, at least, were keen. I saw the signs, but didn't want to believe them. Didn't want to turn back. But there was a devil of a storm brewing, and he brought us down. Poor Benelli, locked in the brig, to drown like a rat. And the rest of ye didn't stand a chance once the ship turned over. Brave, brave Fisher. You saved me life when it ought to have been me what went down with the Derwent. Ah, lads, that night's been eating away at me for 20 years. How I wish I could go back. How I wish I could make things right.
You should feel guilty. How about just we forgive you?
It's all right. We've come to tell you that we forgive you.
You do? But I'd be the reason you're all dead.
Did you cause the storm?
Of course I didn't, but if I'd listened and turned back, we'd never have been caught in it.
Suppose we had turned back and been boarded and murdered by pirates.
What's that got to do with anything?
Bad things happen. Most of them we can't control. You made a mistake, and it cost the lives of your friends. That doesn't make you a bad person. You were given a second chance. The important thing is to use it.
But how?
You already are. Not everyone would take in 5 strangers seeking shelter without question.
It won't ever stop hurting. But you can take the pain and turn it into something good.
I suppose you're right. I swear I'll do right by all of ye. Thank ye. You've given me a moment of peace. I hope to God you've found it as well. Oh, I am weary.
Think it worked?
I hope so. Come, we should get some sleep. And let's refrain from mentioning this to the captain in the morning.
Appreciate your hospitality, Captain.
Think nothing of it. I hope ye all slept well.
Very much so. And yourself?
Best sleep I've had in years.
I'm glad to hear it.
Ye said you were headed to El Presidio?
That's right.
Then I wonder if I might trouble ye for a small favour. I've a letter needs delivering. Could I entrust it to ye?
Of course.
My thanks. I'd also like to leave ye with a couple of mementos for being so quick to volunteer and help out. Mr. Luo and Miss Redbird, please, take this bottle of Barbadian rum. Perhaps ye might split it between ye. Makes dull work go faster.
Oh, thanks. That's very kind.
And for you, Miss Leger, this tea caddy. I carved the inlay myself.
It's beautiful.
Best of luck on your journey. And if ye ever pass this way again, feel free to knock on me door.
Thanks, Captain, we will.
Our stay at Captain Boylan's farmhouse was anything but dull. I can't say for sure whether we truly helped him for good and all, but he seemed himself again when he saw us off this morning. I do believe he was truly lonely in his self-imposed exile and grateful for even the brief company we offered. After traveling half the day, we've stopped for a brief rest, and Nadine has asked me to accompany her on an excursion into the desert. For what purpose, I shall soon learn.
Thank you for accompanying me, Harley.
Not a problem. What are we doing, exactly?
Gathering firewood. There's probably plenty of petrified wood, but we should be able to find some useful scrub.
Okay.
How come you asked me to come with you, anyway?
You would have preferred I ask someone else?
No, just curious.
I thought it would be nice to spend some time together. Get a moment to breathe. Big groups aren't my favorite.
Yes, I can see your point.
Over here looks promising.
Okay. What we got here? Yeah, I was wondering about this. What is this?
Someone dropped their flask here.
Oh, okay. It's a hip flask.
Whew, that is some strong-smelling stuff.
There, over by that flintstone. That branch is perfect. I'll let you do the honors.
What about this one?
This branch still has some leaves on it.
That branch is too green for firewood. It'll smoke.
Might find some other use for it.
It could be good for whittling.
Yeah, I'm also going to poke this thing because I'm not convinced that's a rock. Oh, okay. Is it definitely
Nadine
a
said
rock?
this was flint. Nadine thinks this will make good firewood. Surprisingly light. Suppose there's more around here?
Undoubtedly. It probably came from that tree over there. Let's split up. I'll check beyond the tree. You search the area to the south. Once you've gathered enough, we can meet back here and sort it.
Okay. Good luck, I guess.
And to you.
Okay, so I guess there's an exit down here? Yeah. Have a look at that in a sec. Let's just grab this wood first.
A piece of torn cloth. Looks like it came from a shirt or a jacket. This branch isn't going anywhere without coaxing. This will do nicely. Stuck under that rock, though.
Okay, what have I got?
That's not going...
Okay, we could...
I wonder if I can attach this to... Not a bad idea, but
Okay, what?
I'll just wrap this cloth around the end of the branch. I've got the beginnings of a torch. There. Now the cloth is soaked in alcohol.
I mean, now I've made this, I don't know what to do with it.
That's not...
Yeah, I don't know. But there's another exit here. Let's go this way. I don't know quite what's going on with that, but
Somebody lost their... Not much in here except a rusty knife.
Oh.
But a rusty knife is better than no knife at all.
that might be what I need.
A good piece of firewood.
No,
Damn
my
it.
wood.
Fast little son of a gun. A bunch of rocks.
Okay, well,
Look here, you little mongrel. I need that stick. Damn it! Where did that varmint get to?
now with the knife, can I use that on this?
Come on. Got it.
Now I was wondering, can I also make like fire?
I don't believe this is the...
I mean, there obviously was that flint up there, so maybe I should go back.
Sparks. Good to know I can start a fire if I need to.
I mean, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I mean, why not, right?
Fantastic.
Okay, I can't follow Nadine. Okay, what about if I go back this way? Like, I don't know. I guess that thing's not going to come back. Maybe I should have thrown the stone at it. I didn't realise I'd only get the one shot. Oh, here we go.
Well, well, look who it is. Go on, get out of here.
Yay! Kind of made sense. It's
Nadine's
probably what you
never
did.
going to believe what I went through to get this. Right, that should be enough. Now to find Nadine.
It sounds like you went to some lengths to gather that wood.
Did you fare any better?
Nothing so exciting. Just gathered a bit with some patient searching. You said a coyote ran off with one of the branches?
Yeah, sneaky little thing. I improvised a torch and scared it off with fire.
Clever. You outsmarted the trickster. You know, Vespuccian natives tell many stories about Coyote the Trickster. He's never quite either good or bad, but he's always getting into scrapes and causing trouble. Would you like to hear one?
Sure.
Please, I'd like that.
Okay, but first,
What are you doing?
you'll see. Now then. Coyote went to visit Kingfisher because he was out of food. Brother, what have you got to eat? I'm very hungry. Kingfisher didn't like this rude way of talking, but he flew to the top of his lodge, then flew to the river and down through a hole in the ice. He came back up with many fish. The two ate until their bellies were full, and Coyote went home. The next day, Coyote climbed up onto the roof of his lodge. "What are you doing up there?" asked his wife. "Why, you know I've done this before. I'm getting food for our supper." Coyote jumped off the roof, down to the river, but he missed the hole
Oh,
and
no.
broke his neck and was killed. Kingfisher, who had been nearby, walked over to where Coyote was. He jumped into the river and emerged with many fish. Then he jumped over Coyote 4 times, and Coyote came back to life. "This is my way, not your way," said Kingfisher. "I do not imitate others like you do." He handed Coyote the fish before leaving. Coyote went back to his wife and showed her the fish. "Look at these big fish. I caught them the way Kingfisher does. Kingfisher is afraid of my power. He told me not to do this again. He knows my medicine is strong." Coyote's wife cooked the fish.
Wow, that's a hell of a tale.
I always found it rather compelling.
So where did you hear the story?
Actually, I read it in a book, Myths and Legends of the Native Vespuccians. Dr. Sedgwick bought it from a traveling bookseller. I think he was of two minds about giving it to me. On the one hand, I know he considered it frivolous heathen claptrap, but on the other hand, he thought it might be meaningful to me, having something connected to my origins. He was right. I cherished that book, devoured it. It was written by a white man who was supposed to have traveled all around the country collecting native folk tales. Sometimes I wonder if he ever left the publishing office in Bright Bay. Maybe he just made them all up. I preferred to believe that there was something authentic about them, though.
I imagine the writer did a fair bit of massaging to make the stories palatable to the book-buying public. Editors are finicky about what they'll publish. And who even knows if the people he got the stories from were just telling him what he wanted to hear. But somewhere in there is the seed of the original stories and the truths they have to tell. If putting them in a book helped them reach more people, like you, then that's a good thing, right?
Yes, I suppose so.
Anyhow, I liked the way you told it. It's your story now.
That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. Here, for you.
Oh,
It's cool.
this is really well done. Thank you.
Shall we head back now?
Sure, let's go.
Well, there's still a long way to go. So are we getting different things? Yeah, so there's the little coyote
Nadine
figure.
carved this for me after telling me that story about the coyote.
And we've got the no, we had the map anyway, didn't we? We got the
Bill's
guitar
music has livened up the journey some.
We could talk to Jake again. I think we're working our way from right to
Hey,
left on
Jake?
those.
Yeah, Harley?
Do you suppose Captain Boylan will be okay?
I think so. You did a good thing helping him. Of course, without all the proper atmosphere and props, I doubt it would have been half as effective.
How about another story?
Sure. Here's one about the time I lassoed a rabid coyote. And that's how I ended up with this scar.
Hey, Leger, I need a word.
Yes?
There's a stopped wagon up ahead. Traders from the look of it. I'll pull over. Go see if they've got anything worthwhile for sale.
Will do. Those beasts look beat. Excuse me, ma'am?
Oh, hello there. Where did you come from?
The wagon just down the road there. I was coming to see if...
Hold up there, stranger.
Pa, what are you doing?
State your business. We do not want trouble.
Easy there. Trouble's the last thing I'm looking for.
Then what are you looking for?
I've been sent to inquire if you were traders. Thought we might do business.
Ah, well, there you are then. You can put the gun down, Pa. She's clearly not a highway woman.
No? You know how sneaky they are, Ma. And this road is infested with them.
You've had some trouble with bandits, then?
Not personally, thanks be to God. But we know the terrible tales.
And we take such warnings seriously. Very seriously.
Pa, please. If she did have any wicked intent, I'm sure she's given it up now that she sees how well protected we are. Please put the gun away, and let's talk like civilized Christian folk.
Very well. I swear, if you attempt anything...
She'll regret it sorely, I'm sure. There now. Well, you asked if we were traders, and indeed we are. We're bound for Rosewater to sell our stock. We were about to make camp for the evening, but we'd be glad to show you what we have, provided you can pay or trade.
Rosewater, you say? We've just come from there ourselves.
Is that right? We've made the trek many times. It is never dull.
It's been eventful for us as well.
Oh, I'd enjoy hearing about your journey. How about your folk camp with us tonight? Make an evening of it. A chance to trade stories as well as wares.
Now, Ma, is that a good idea? Ria has been fussy all day.
It will be fine. She loves meeting new people.
We do not have extra food, so we cannot feed you.
That's all right. We have some. We can pool what we've got.
Very good. A potluck.
Great. I'll let my companions know to prepare for company. By the way, my name's Harley Leger.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. We are the Fortine family. I'm Sarah Little Owl, and my husband is Carl. We've also got 3 children in the wagon. Beth, Bram, and baby Ria. You'll meet them later this evening.
I look forward to it.
What a nice evening. I'm so glad we did this. Seems Gegi's taken a shine to Miss Johnson.
She's a fine dog. With a little training, she'd be a fine trail companion.
Oh, I don't think we'll bother with all that.
Fair enough. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to the other fire.
Take Gegi along if you want.
All right. Come on, girl.
Hey, Mrs. Fortine?
Yes, Miss Leger.
I'm curious to know how you and your husband met.
We both worked for the Gold River Trading Company. I'd already been at the lodge for a few years with my brothers when he first came through. We courted for a while, and eventually decided to elope.
Love at first sight, huh?
It took a while to get to know him, but I could see he was different from the other trappers. Brutes and wild men, but not Carl. After we were married, we both left the company and came west to work independently.
Are you from Western Vespuccia originally?
No, I'm Cheyenne. We come from the southern part of the province you call Rotterdam. Your friend, Miss Redbird. Who are her people?
I asked, but she doesn't know herself. We met her at an Otham village, where she was staying as a guest.
I see. Well, send her my way when she has a moment. I'd love a chat.
You folks been to Rosewater often?
Several times, yes. We usually spend the winter there. Ever since they extended the rail line, we can go there and sell to traders who ship our pelts back east. Actually, Rhea was born in Rosewater.
You don't say. Have you had your dog long?
Only a few days. We adopted Gagi from a traveling carnival we passed some miles back. Pa wasn't too enthusiastic about it. But I thought it would do the children good to have a companion. Although I have noticed that Bram starts to sneeze something awful when she's around. I hope he gets over it.
How did you come up with the name Gagi?
Oh, that was Rhea's doing. Gagi is her way of saying doggy. We all thought it was adorable, and the name stuck.
So, what's the trapper's life like?
It can be rough, but I like the freedom. We can go where we want, when we want, without any boss telling us otherwise.
It's not too dangerous for a young family?
The children are born to it. They can hunt and trap with their eyes closed. Besides, we don't go after anything dangerous. Mainly deer, elk, and beavers.
Your children seem very capable. How old are they?
Beth is 14, Bram is 9, and Rhea is 18 months.
That was a good meal.
Let's see how
I
nice,
much
folks.
prefer our means of transportation.
Okay, guess we go back to our own camp then.
Harley, come, join us.
No! Bad dog! Bram! Take this mutt back to the wagon. She has caused enough trouble for one night.
She's just a pup. You can't expect her to be a perfect angel without being trained to it.
Trained? I would like to know how we will find the time for that. Honestly, I do not know what Sarah was thinking taking her in.
Here,
We'll take
Mr.
it.
Fortine, have some rum. I think it will do you some good.
I probably shouldn't, but why not?
How about that song you were gonna play us, Phil?
Ah, yes. This is a tune I have always enjoyed.
Yes, we can talk to Carl. He seems like a bit of a rough diamond, shall we say?
Mr. Fortine,
Yes?
just wanted to tell you, your family's lovely.
Oh, that is very kind of you, Miss Leger. I am blessed to have such a loving wife and children. Quite fortunate. Ironic, really.
How do you mean?
Most folk mispronounce my surname as Fortune if they see it written down. There's supposed to be power in names, right? Maybe even wrong ones.
How did you come to meet Mrs. Fortine?
Oh, well, I was working at the Gold River Trading Company, and she came in to work at the lodge with her brothers. The other trappers treated her and her kin like the dirt they walked on, but eventually I convinced her I was different. Decided we should elope a short while after we began courting. The fools I worked with did not look too favorably upon me marrying a native girl. So I said to hell with them. We left town and moved out here to make it on our own. Been doing fine ever since.
I'd like to know more about your children.
Those apples did not fall too far from the tree, thank the Lord. Bram's a great shot, and Beth's as good a trapper as me, maybe better. I just hope that does not cause trouble when the time comes to find her a husband.
Pardon my frankness, but I get the impression you don't much care for your dog.
It's not that I don't care for her. I do not believe we can care for her. We've already got 5 mouths to feed. One more won't help. Ma didn't even consult me before taking her. Says she got her for the children, but they should worry about taking care of each other, not some poor animal.
What's the trapper's life like?
It can be a lonely life. Lots of trappers live and work alone, and hardly ever see another living soul. I think it drives them a little crazy, like they forget how to be human. That is why I thank God every day for my family. They saved me from that.
Mrs. Fortine mentioned you were headed to Rosewater?
That's right. It's where we do most of our business. Be nice to see old Sheriff Campbell again. He's good people.
I'll speak to that. We never did meet the sheriff.
Good evening, Harley.
Hi, Nadine. And who's this?
This is the Fortines' eldest daughter, Beth, and their youngest, Rhea.
Good to meet you, Beth. I'm Harley.
How do you do?
That dog of yours is real cute.
Oh, do you think so? I'm not fond of dogs, but Ma got him mostly to keep Ram entertained, I think. I worry when she gets too excited around the baby, though.
Sweet baby. Quiet.
Yes, Rhea's very good-tempered. Not like Bram at that age. Whew! He was a little terror.
So, what have you two been chatting about?
Beth was just recounting her family's journey from the mountains.
Hasn't been too eventful. Most interesting thing we've seen is a traveling carnival. Of course, we didn't get to see much of it on account of Pa. He kept saying there were a bunch of hucksters and thieves looking to steal our money.
Probably wasn't wrong.
Mrs. Fortine told me to send you her way, Nadine. I think she wants to talk to you.
Oh, all right. Thanks for letting me know.
I'll just leave you both to it.
Excuse me, but it's getting late. I should put Rhea to bed.
Very well. It was nice talking to you, Beth.
And you. Good night.
We can talk to people. Get to know Lola a bit.
Hey, Miss Johnson?
What do you need?
I noticed you and the dog were getting on well.
She's sweet. This family don't appreciate what they've got. Not everybody's cut out for taking care of others.
Phil's not bad, is he?
I've certainly heard worse. Think I'll be retiring soon. Early start tomorrow.
You're not very friendly, are you?
You're always the first one down. Be nice to have you stick around a while longer.
Think so, huh?
Sure. This is our chance to wind down. Enjoy each other's company some.
We'll see, but I ain't making any promises.
Sorry, think we could talk later? I want to hear Phil play.
Not now,
Mr. Fortine,
Yes?
if Geggy's a burden to you, we could take her off your hands.
You would do that?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
No, I couldn't. Ma would raise Cain, and the children would hate me if I gave away their dog.
Your daughter told me she's not fond of dogs.
That right? I wish she had told me, or her mother for that matter. Tell you what, I'll go discuss it with Ma.
We're getting a
We'll let you
dog.
know what we decide.
He's in the middle of playing.
Alright, maybe we go and see what they're getting up to over here then.
Miss Leger, come over here. Ma and I have discussed your proposal.
It pains me to admit it, but I may have been somewhat hasty in adopting that pup. Now, you're certain you can provide her a good home?
I think so, yes.
Then it is settled. We'll let you have her for 2 crowns.
Bargain.
Here you are.
Thanks very much. Bram, bring the dog out here.
Say goodbye to Geggy Bram. She'll be going with these people now, and you won't be sneezing anymore.
Oh, I forgot he's allergic. The
Congratulations,
daughter doesn't
Miss
like him. The husband doesn't
You
like
got
him.
yourself a dog.
We got a
Who's
dog.
a good girl?
Hooray.
Okay, go play over there now.
We should probably call it a night, don't you think, Pa?
Yes, we have a long ride ahead of us.
It was lovely meeting you and your friends, Miss Leger.
Likewise. Best of luck on your travels.
And to you as well. Good night.
Bravo, Phil.
Gracias. Let us keep the evening going, shall we?
Oh, Lola seems happier now she's got a dog. It's Pet Giggy.
Good girl. You two make a fine pair.
I'm glad you managed to convince those folks to give her up. They seem nice enough, but I don't think they were right for her. For one thing, what kind of a name is Geggy?
I take it you're calling her something else.
Yep, her name's Lisa Lou now.
Could I perhaps suggest another name?
No, but I appreciate you asking first.
Got any more songs for us, Phil?
In fact, I do. I always found this one rather beautiful. Dime que me haré, sin tu amor, flor silvestre. Si los días no me pertenecen, desde que crucé tu jardín. Si tu aroma mi alma carece, pierdo el deseo de vivir. Y cuando volveré, a en mis brazos tenerte. Si estando libre tú eres feliz, cuando nadie tu paso detiene, la distancia no se compadece de estos ojos que sufren por ti. Y vivo la ilusión de que un día regreses. Entre abrazos y caricias confieses que no hay vida sin mí. Y dime que me haré sin tu amor, flor silvestre. Si los días no me pertenecen, desde que crucé tu jardín. Si tu aroma mi alma carece, pierdo el deseo de vivir.
Cool. Well done, Phil.
Goodness, that was certainly...
Are you crying?
Of course not. Just got a cinder in my eye.
That was a beautiful song, Phil. Thanks for sharing.
My pleasure.
Hey, Nadine, how's it going?
That was very kind of you. Adopting the dog? Miss Johnson certainly seems to have taken a shine. I don't think I've seen her smile before this evening. She almost looks like a different person.
I'm feeling a mite queasy, so if you folks don't mind.
Hey, Danny. How's your evening been?
I really enjoyed meeting the Fortines. It's nice to see a family that's so close. All that time on the road and in the mountains, with only each other to rely on. It can't be easy, but they clearly make it work. I think maybe I'll ride my parents next chance I get.
Time for me to call it a night.
Good night, Harley.
Buenas noches.
Sleep well.
Night, Leger.
few more dots. Okay, well I think that's probably a good place to leave it for now. We're going to head out to like another expedition or side quest sort of thing, I expect, after talking to a couple of people, but we'll leave that for next time. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. If you have, if you could hit that like button, that'd be great. Do leave a comment as well. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Certainly some interesting stuff going on, like with the captain stuff, and then acquiring a dog. I assume she's up front with Lola. I might be able to go and have a look, actually. Can I just stick my head out the window?
Hey,
There she
Miss Johnson?
is.
What is it?
Let's just ask how the dog is.
How's our newest traveling companion?
Lisa Lou's doing just fine. Likes the wind on her face.
I'll let you get back to driving.
Good.
Okay, yeah, so as I said, leave a comment, let me know what you thought about the episode, and if you're watching this and not yet subscribed to the channel, if you could do that as well, that'd be amazing. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.